OpenAI starts testing group chats inside ChatGPT. Google announces the launch of Gemini-3 model, and Reddit ads get WooCommerce integration for product listing. Apart from these three, we also have a couple of interesting news items from NotebookLM and LinkedIn in this week's edition of the Connected Church News with me, Nachi Lazarus. Welcome. This is the show that brings you the top 5 AI and social media news that you need to know for this week in just 5 minutes. Let's get started. OpenAI is starting to test a new group chat feature inside ChatGPT. This means you can invite your colleagues, your family and friends, and all of you along with ChatGPT can have a chat conversation, whether you are analyzing something, researching something, planning something, or trying to learn something. One of the use cases that ChatGPT lists in their announcement is doing something together in a school or a work environment, which totally makes sense. And now, if you think of combining this feature with some of the apps and agentic mode that is already inbuilt into ChatGPT, this becomes a whole new powerful way of working together. They are initially piloting this in specific locations like Japan, New Zealand, South Korea, and Taiwan. And the other important thing to note is ChatGPT says that group chats are separate from your private conversations, and your personal ChatGPT memory is never shared with anyone in the chat. Google announced the release of Gemini-3, and it's tightly integrated with almost all Google products. I want to bring to your attention specifically two features that I think are going to impact media ministry immediately. First is search. Earlier, when you search something, which started with links, now with AI mode, it started giving you explanations. Now with Gemini 3, you're going to get explanations visually. Think about that. When somebody searches for something, they're going to get graphs, cards that they can look at. They're going to get almost a mini website for every single search. I think it has huge implications the way we reach people. Also note how your ministry is going to appear on these search results. And the other big way that Gemini 3 is going to make an impact is in the agentic AI space, because it has advanced reasoning, it has tools use, and it has agentic coding capabilities. LinkedIn's chief product officer made an announcement about a new feature called AI-powered people search. This is advanced search capability in the search bar of LinkedIn website and mobile app. So the next time you visit LinkedIn, you can go to the search bar and start talking in a conversational manner. For example, help me find people who are working in church media space. Help me find churches or nonprofit organizations working in this area of ministry, or whatever you want to find. And LinkedIn says using AI's capability, it is able to surface much more relevant search results. One of the big use cases or utilities of AI is actually search. This reminds me of Facebook's graph search. The announcement says it's now available for all premium subscribers in the US and coming to all members very soon. So if you're in the US and you have premium subscription, do give it a try. NotebookLM, which is one of my favorite AI tools for learning, gets 2 new features, which is deep research and additional source types. If you've used NotebookLM, you know that you can add different sources or types of content that you can use to learn. Now, in that, they are adding this facility called deep research. To start using this, open NotebookLM, and in the source section, select web as a source, and then you have 2 options. When you select deep research, it will do an in-depth analysis of sources that might help you to learn that particular topic. The next feature is more file types as sources. So now you can add Google Sheets, you can add Drive files as URL. If you have a Dropbox file that you want to add, you can do that now. And you can add images, PDFs from Google Drive, and Microsoft Word document. If you've never tried using NotebookLM for learning, I think you're missing out on a great opportunity. Highly recommend you start using it. Reddit announced the integration of WooCommerce. If you are a nonprofit church or ministry that's using WooCommerce in your website for listing either your products or your teaching material, then this is something you might want to pass on to your team, because many ministries don't seem to be thinking of Reddit as part of their channel mix when it comes to advertising. We are mostly thinking of Facebook or Instagram or the whole Meta ecosystem, but we never consider Reddit. Now, you need to think about Reddit for this holiday season and for 2026, because Reddit, along with Wikipedia, is one of the top sources from which people get their AI search citations. So when people go into AI search and search for something, guess what shows up? mostly Reddit conversations because it's open, it's validated by the community. So in many ways, it is highly optimized for AI search engines to pull out information. So as a ministry, I highly recommend you start thinking about Reddit. If you have any thoughts or questions, leave them in the comments or send me a DM on Instagram at Nachi Lazarus. We'll make sure we get you all the information. I'll see you next week with another set of news items. Until then, you stay connected and stay blessed. God bless you. Bye-bye.